All right, guys, we are doing a live episode from the 7-line train. We got some fans here. Who's holding the camera? Name? Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
Holding the camera. Appreciate it. We're going to bring some of them on as well to talk about the game that just happened. Huge win.
Mets just beat the Phillies. Got a little too sweaty at the end. Should have won by 10. Only won by 4.
Only won by 4. Keep it a little further away.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little sensitive.
Okay,
a little
got
sensitive.
it.
We're,
All right,
we're
good
figuring
stuff.
it out. We're
Yeah.
trying something new. Live from the 7-line. Huge, massive win to start the series against the Phillies. The bats came out. The bats were swinging.
Bats came out hard. I mean, Alvarez, very hot.
Very hot.
I think, wasn't that 4 home runs in 17, 19 at-bats, something like that?
4 home runs in his last 27 at-bats. We're going to have people walking through. It's going to be great. It's going to be electric content.
Vientos hit one of the hardest home runs I've ever seen at Citi Field.
Pete Alonso hit a home run.
Pete Alonso home run. I said he was going to have a big moment. That's not yet.
Brandon Nimmo home run, and I bet that he was
Nimmo
going to
was
hit a home run tonight, so
That's
he's
huge.
better. I was on fire.
Ever since Nimmo hit those foul balls on, that was Monday.
Good
felt like
foul balls.
It felt like the swing was back. And
Good
then,
foul balls.
I think we're missing one home run. Are we missing one home run?
He hit one the other night. Well,
No, from this game in general.
Alvarez
Alvarez
hit the
Nimmo,
towering shot.
Alonso, Vientos. That's all.
Yeah, that was all of them.
Okay, all of them.
Yeah, it was great overall.
Luis Angel Acuna hit the triple.
We got
still
blocked
here?
out.
We're still here?
We're still here. We're not
Right.
going anywhere.
Anyone want to come talk?
Yeah.
Wanna come hang?
Come join us. Come
Give us some
join us.
takes.
We're gonna ask your name. We want to hear your take. Everybody's feeling good after the Mets Phillies series. Give your name.
I am Brian. Hello.
How you feeling, Brian? We know your brother Andrew. Shout out Andrew
From the softball
from
team?
the softball team. He knows us well. How you feeling after this huge win against the Phillies?
Electrified. I'm feeling wonderful.
Yeah?
I'm feeling amazing.
What do you give the Mets playoff chances right now? Still 2 games up.
I'd say 80%, 85% maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much right in line with Fangraphs. That's a real cop-out.
Sorry, yeah. No, I knew before the game we were
Man of
heading
data.
in 70-something, so we just won tonight. Our magic number went down from, 9 to 8 or something like that. So, yeah, feeling good about it.
I have a funny question, Brian.
Yeah?
I remember last year when we ran into you at a game when you
Yeah.
were with Andrew and your dad.
Yeah.
You got on Mark for ranking who ahead of
Kyle
Kyle
Schwarber.
Schwarber? Who was ranked ahead of Kyle Schwarber that you got mad about?
No, it was
No,
that I ranked
no,
Kyle
no.
Schwarber highly.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
was. I think it was Kyle Schwarber ranked above Brandon Nimmo, maybe.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it that? I don't remember.
I don't think I ranked him above Nimmo, but I definitely ranked him high. He was in like the all-star tier.
I just
Yeah.
remember there's like such a quintessential moment from last season because Mark was literally on a date and we were hanging out talking to you guys and you just walk up to him like, can't believe you ranked Schwarber that high. And it was just an unbelievable moment.
Well, I'm a subscriber to Draftneck Mark. Everybody go subscribe and comment and like and all the good stuff. Hit the bell for the notifications. Yeah. I know all the good stuff.
Doing the spiel for me. Absolute pro, Brian.
Yeah, right.
As always, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being a part of the crew on the 7-line
The
tonight.
train episode.
Thank you so much for having me. My pleasure.
Bring someone else on. Let's bring him on. James, you're going to be holding the mic for this one here.
Okay, I got
We're getting
it.
the voice of the fans this episode, a little chaos episode. We have to do 3 episodes a week. We're trying something out.
Yeah. All right. My guy, what's your name?
Teddy.
Teddy, how are we feeling after tonight's game? What are the vibes?
Feeling great. I mean, it's the Phillies are a tough opponent, and 4 straight wins against with the Grimace. Feeling good.
Bringing up the Grimace seat. It's a sore subject for me.
I know.
How do you feel about the Grimace seat?
Listen, I love Grimace. I think it's an absolute vibe.
It's fair. Hey, we're 4-0 with Grimace. Definitely no complaints on my side whatsoever. Also, this train got insanely more crowded.
Train's also officially moving. This
It's
is really
moving.
insane
We're
thing
moving. This
doing
is
here.
crazy podcasting now.
I'm trying to think some other takes about this game.
I have a
Anything else
question.
that
I have a
happened?
question. What do you think about the rest of the series? How do you think the Mets line up? How do the vibes feel going into even tomorrow night on Friday?
It's gonna be tough. I'll take a split, honestly. But
That's why are you only taking a split? We have to keep winning.
This is unfortunately the problem with listening to our podcast is we're so calm and rational usually about things that now the people who listen to us have
Just win
hive
one
mind
more.
our takes a little bit and are like, hey, 1 game at a time,
maybe
can't
not-
worry
maybe not
about
a
it.
split. Maybe 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4, that's good.
3 out of 4, I like
There's
that
also
better.
kind of like a game theory thing, because we're still up 2 games on the Braves. We're about to play the Braves for 3 games. So as long as we only lose 2 more games before we play the Braves, we can't be losing to the Braves by the time we play the Braves. As long as
That's
we're
true.
tied with the Braves, then you beat the Braves, then you go to the playoffs.
It's true.
So that's still controlling your own destiny, which is really important here.
I got a question for you. Luis Angel Acuna, big triple tonight. He's been absolutely electric. What have been your thoughts on Luis Angel thus far?
My thoughts on it? I think he is, like James said in the podcast, zesty with Merrifield, right? Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what this audio is going to sound like.
It's going to be horrible.
This train, me and James ride the last train on the 7 line every single time we come to the game. There's nobody's ever on this train. We got the loudest train I think in the entire thing.
I think what happened is since we're talking, maybe other people are starting to talk too.
Ooh.
We're conversation breeds
to
more
tone us out too,
conversation.
because otherwise they're just listening to our podcast. And
Yeah,
they're
exactly,
probably
right?
super
Yeah,
uninterested.
who the fuck? We're annoying as shit right now.
I mean,
We're
listen,
doing the worst thing I've ever heard.
we are a great podcast.
Yeah, pretty good.
Shout Foul Territory.
Yeah.
But Ryan,
Teddy.
What
What the hell, dude? Teddy's our guy.
There's a lot of movement. I know, that's fucked up.
Teddy said listen to the first ever episode of Mets'd. There's like 100 people that listen to that shit.
He told me.
I was a Giraffe Neck Mark listener. And
He said Giraffe Neck Mark first, since he was in middle school, which is insane.
The first video I ever saw on his channel was he was ranting about Jacob deGrom and Noah Syndergaard.
Oh,
And he traded to the Yankees.
I remember that video. I was in South Carolina. I just came home from a night out,
Nice.
and I saw some tweets from Ken Rosenthal and such talking about the Mets trading DeGrom
To
and
the Yankees.
Syndergaard to the Yankees. And I was losing my mind. I was like, I got to
Ken
scream
Rosenthal,
and yell.
coworker now.
Coworker. Shout out
out
Ken.
Ken Rosenthal.
Shout out Ken Rosenthal. Appreciate you.
Ken Rosenthal read us read an ad read for our podcast on either his show or when he appeared on Foul Territory this week. And hearing Ken Rosenthal say the words James Shiano and Giraffe Neck Mark made me almost fall over, truthfully.
Listen, Ken's been in a video. He did a hot take video last
did do
year.
a hot
with me,
take with
so
you.
Me and Ken have worked together. Teddy, really appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you for supporting. Let's go Mets.
All right, cool. Let's go Mets.
Let's go, Mets, baby, like Teddy. All right, we got another one right here.
Oh, we made it. Let's go.
What's up? How
He
we doing?
made it. I'll give him the mic, James. I'll give him the
Yeah,
mic.
the mic.
Say your name. Introduce yourself to the people.
Eric Heck, Heck.
Full name. Doxing yourself out here.
Pit boss.
Hometown barbecue, baby. Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Mark and I excited to go and spend a nice afternoon at Red Hook Barbecue soon to do some barbecue. But Eric, tell us about your thoughts from this game. We're sitting in the same section. It's how we ran into each other. But tell us how you're feeling.
I mean, I placed bets on doubles for Alvarez and Vientos. They both hit homers, you know. Feels bad, but feels amazing.
Just gotta hit the total bases next time.
Yeah, I know.
I had him on the home run, so I'm feeling pretty good.
I took Winker and Martinez.
That's tough. You were just JD. Okay, so JD has been struggling. Let's ask a Mets fan this that isn't us. JD's been struggling. Do you think JD should continue to get playing time? Let's say the Mets make the playoffs. Is JD Martinez your starting DH right now going into the postseason?
I mean, against right-handed pitchers, I feel like you start Winker.
For context, I think he's 0 for his last 28. That's not verified. Someone tweeted me that, so I don't know. But I believe this stranger because everyone who tweets at me is the smartest person in the world. So just, I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like you put Winker in. He's not the best not the best in the outfield, but he's going to walk. He's going to get on base. Martinez hasn't really been doing much of anything. Grounded double plays, not getting the fielder's choice at first.
All right,
Could be a good pinch hitter.
I'll throw you another scenario. We're facing a lefty. Jesse Winker can't play. Do you get Tyrone Taylor in the lineup or JD Martinez? Move
Right now,
Marte
Taylor.
to the DH.
Right. I mean, I feel like you put Taylor in right, and you put Marte at DH.
Yeah. All right, it's a good take. Wait, Eric, plug your work one more time.
Hometown barbecue, Red Hook, Brooklyn. Red Hook
Hometown
Tavern.
barbecue, Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Come through.
Best barbecue in New York City.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Eric.
Fucking New York
Appreciate you. Also, we got to talk about your buddy real quick.
Yeah.
What's your friend's name with the orange hat?
Bryce.
Bryce, you're not a Mets fan, are you? Yeah, I didn't think so.
yeah.
You were doing a lot of Let's Go Mets chants, but it had the Yankee cadence. You were giving us Let's Go Mets.
I just moved to New York, so it's a different cadence. Yankee Stadium was the first one I went to.
Welcome to New York. We're glad to have you. And you know what? I
Bryce.
respect that you wore the Mets jersey at least.
What?
That's fine. We'll take
okay.
that.
It's your jersey?
That's a good friend. That's a good friend. Eric, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you watching and
Thanks, Eric.
hanging out with us on
Good
the
to meet
7
you.
line. Appreciate it.
All right. Pat, you want to
We
come
got-
on?
we
Share
gotta
the
get
camera?
Pat
One of you
on.
guys? No? Do you want to take the camera? Okay, yeah, come on.
He
Yeah,
wants to
yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
here he
Here he
is.
goes.
All right, I think we have the most well-dressed person we're going to have on the show tonight.
Yeah.
So, tell us
Me
your
and
name,
him
bud.
both have a couple buttons undone.
Yeah, right? But
yeah.
very different vibe in general.
Yeah.
At least. What's your name, bud?
Cameron.
Cameron? Nice to meet you, Cameron.
Nice to meet you.
Cameron, Mets fan?
I'm a Yankees fan.
Okay.
Oh my God, what?
Wait.
I can't imagine occasionally.
Let's get a Yankees fan's perspective on what this Mets season is. How do you think this Mets team looks? I mean, we took all 4 games from you this year, so you saw us beat you guys down pretty hard. Do you think this team is actually a legit team, or are they pretenders?
The Mets team is absolutely legit now. I mean, we
that.
all know how they started this beginning of the season. It was abysmal, but then Grimace came out. You know, he saved the Mets, and then it's been all uphill ever since then. You know, the Mets have been great for at least the last few months, and then they're only going upwards from now. So I really don't see any complaints.
Okay, Yankees fan perspective too. What do you think about the Grimace seat?
The Grimace seat, absolutely, you need it. You know, you gotta pay homage to those who gave us what they had. You know, you gotta, shout out Grimace, for what he did for this country and for the Mets. You know, he is the only reason that the Mets are the way they are right now. You know, and
Listen, I can't deny it. They're 4-0 since I decided to be a cranky old man. Have not lost with the seat in the ballpark.
I also just don't think that any other fan base in baseball, stadium, or like cohort can get away with the kind of ridiculous shit that the Mets get away with. Just because like this is like our thing. Like we have a second baseman with a minor league contract who's become a Latin pop star during the season. Like no one else does shit like that. Like that woman who runs the Nationals podcast or baseball podcast from DC went viral today, kind of like chastising Mets fans for thinking they're the only team that has a significant amount of fun in baseball. I just don't think people from the outside understand what the fuck's actually going on, how much stupid fun this Mets team's able to have day in and day out. Do you kind of sometimes wish the Yankees were able to like let loose a little bit and have some fun on their own?
I totally understand where you're coming from. The Yankees are, I mean, as much as I love them, the Yankees are very uptight. They are the way they are. They have the standards that they have, and they're never going to change. At least the Mets are willing to embrace like change, and also like, especially when they're down, they're willing to embrace like whatever it's going to take to win.
Yeah.
And then you got Grimace, and you got, oh my God. So, whatever it takes to win.
Whatever it takes to win, that's right. We're going to get the Bad Bunny on the remix soon, so get ready for that one, everybody. But, Bryce, thank you so much for the takes. Love to hear from a Yankee fan. Right. Pat, you guys want to switch the cameras? You can come on.
We'll switch it on over here. Professional podcasters on the 7 line.
Yep, ready to rumble.
Doing it live.
Camera check.
B's on the G, as we like to say here.
We got our boy Pat here. This is definitely the biggest person stand between us. Space is getting tight.
It also doesn't help that me and you are 5'9", 5'6".
Yeah, very small.
Very small as well.
5'6.5".
I'll give you
5'7" the Adidas. 5'7" the
You're
Adidas.
5'10"? You're the biggest 5'10" I've ever seen. All right, Pat, you're on the camera. Excellent work. I hope. I have no clue what it looks like. I'm trusting that it's excellent work.
We hope it's excellent work.
How you feeling after tonight's game?
Oh, I feel great. Alvarez with the 3-run home run. He can only hit one of those 3 runs. He's got to get the 3-run home run. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
Always, every time, always 3 runs.
What'd you think about Alvarez watching the home run, a little bat flip, a little taking his time around the bases? Bryce Harper didn't look like he was too happy. Where do you stand on the whole watching the home runs, bat flip?
I love seeing Alvarez flipping that bat. I love seeing him play. Every time he's up, it's great. Every time he's got a home run, he's got to pimp it. It's the best thing ever.
Again, this Mets team is humor, it's whimsy, it's joy, it's friendship, it's songs, it's hugging, it's dancing. Like, that's what we do. So
it's
if we're not going to
Grimace.
do it, yeah,
It's fun.
what we got, Bryce? High five, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Mets. Come on.
Mid-podcast high five.
Podcasting on the 7 line.
Those were really bad high fives. They had no slap. Yeah, everybody's got to do it again. There's a slap.
Give me a beer count on you tonight.
Yeah, how many beers? That's good. That's a good night.
Tall boys. Yeah,
That's a good night.
Okay. In total.
It's a good night.
All right.
Let's fucking go Mets.
Pat, give us another take about the game. Give us some spicy. Give us some raunchy.
Or ask us a question.
Yeah, or ask us anything you want. I don't know.
We'll put you on the spot.
We're on the train.
Wait, is his name Bryce too?
No, Pat.
I'm on the spot here.
I got one for him. I'm gonna help him out here because James just screwed you there a little bit. He was like, tell me anything.
I had nothing.
Tell me anything.
I'm running out of stuff.
This guy's running out of steam. He's getting late. He's been tired.
I was at until 3 in the morning.
I want to hear what you
horrible.
think about JD Martinez. You think JD Martinez should be the DH every single day? That's the big conversation right now.
Yes, it is.
He's looking pretty rough. I don't want to write him off completely, but you got Marte, who's not looking. He's looking all right. He's looking pretty solid. Tyrone Taylor. You don't want to take him out of the outfield.
I feel like you can't take Tyrone out right now.
Can't take him out. He's
He's
too
hot.
good.
He's playing too well.
Bader too. He's looking good in the outfield. He doesn't always hit all right, but he hit.
Can we reference Harrison Bader's walk-up song for a second?
Yeah. So in case you guys don't know, I think we're gonna let Pat go as well because don't want to keep you just sitting here in the middle of us while we now ramble on. Pat, thank you so much.
Thanks, Pat.
Appreciate it. Harrison Bader's walk-up song, for those of you who don't know, we're going to hit a commercial break here in like a minute, by the way, just a heads up. Magic Stick.
Unbelievable.
50 Cent.
Yes.
Now I know we've talked about Harrison Bader and his perennial ability to...
His roster?
Yeah, his roster's deep. It runs deep with deep Rolodex.
From New York originally.
From New York.
Played for the Yankees.
Handsome.
Came back for the Mets on a 1-year deal. Probably got the same deal from a lot of people. I'm sure there was something about the clientele of New York City that I could use. How many stops we got?
We're at Woodside, so we got 52nd.
Oh my God, we
42nd.
have too much time.
33. We got 5 stops.
Oh, Gemini's
5
here.
stops. 30 seconds. All right, so exactly. We're going to do a quick little commercial break for you guys. Hopefully I placed the ad correctly. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back.
Nice ad
Live
break.
on the 7 line. James had to take a little break. He was talking to somebody who was
I'm just
inquisitive. He's
yeah.
inquisitive. This is
I mean-
this is in the wild. You haven't done a lot of content
in the wild.
in the wild as much.
No,
and it's
I did all the content I do is like at my desk in my room, very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Or with the Mets,
Yeah.
Not a lot of in the wild stuff. But that's why we're doing this. It's a fun thing. And again, we're doing 3 episodes a week now. We're bringing you guys more content. We're going to try some weird shit. And we like bringing the people involved. We love the voicemails. We love the mailbags. And the fact that we can give like people listening to the show and other Mets fans a chance to talk to us right after a fucking huge win, a massive game where the vibes in the fields were incredible. That's a special night.
what's Frankie Peppers got? Frankie Peppers made us the meatball parm.
Yeah, Frankie Pepper's a legend. I'm getting
He
people,
might not send us one today because
No, he definitely didn't.
You think so?
No shot.
Okay, because I was like, it's always after a series. But he did make the meatball parm. I'll throw it on screen for you guys.
Yeah.
He said it was the best fucking sandwich he's ever had. And that it was worth it making the bread from scratch, which is pretty impressive.
Held true and made bread from scratch, which is fucking unbelievable in one day. On a weekday, no less.
And every time this guy cooks, the Mets score runs.
Yeah, this whole thing started with Frankie Pepper's carbonara the other day on my request, thankfully.
All right, tomorrow, who's pitching for us? What's the matchup again tomorrow? I don't even...
I think tomorrow was 2 lefties. So tomorrow was
Christopher Sanchez?
and Peterson, I want to say.
Yes, because it's the ace-off.
Or Minaya, because Minaya
No.
was Monday.
No, Minaya-
Oh, yeah,
no,
Friday.
it's Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson.
Yeah. Peterson versus Christopher
so
Sanchez.
So a rematch of last Sunday, which sucks again that we're getting all the same fucking matchups over and over again. You could feel it with Severino in this game that these Phillies guys saw him. All those first 5 innings before the Mets broke the game open, all the lefties were just sitting, waiting, and he made an adjustment where he started throwing his sweeper hard inside to the lefties, and a lot of sinkers that were running away from the lefties. Which I don't really love either of those,
No.
but he needed a wrinkle, because like it's not natural, not in a fucking playoff series to face these teams
And
back-to-back starts.
he did rebound after a bit of a rough start. I don't want to say, like, it was weird because he struck out guys, but then he was
Took the
getting...
massive lead.
He was giving up the home runs, but then we had the massive lead, and
There
he
were
was
no
able to
clean innings.
control
There were no
it.
clean innings. There were no short at
Oh,
bats.
yeah, Danny Young struggled tonight.
Danny Young was
that was his
fucking
worst
bad.
appearance, but good. We still won the game, and Danny Young was terrible.
Another time though where I thought it was like a little bit cute with the bullpen shit.
Where?
Severino was at 85 pitches
Oh, okay.
through 6 innings, and we had a 7-run lead, 6-run lead, 5-run lead, whatever the fuck it was. Leave him in, get another inning. You just had your 2 cleanest innings of the whole game. Just cruise through. Like we're at the end of the season, just innings. Instead of dipping into the bullpen, because it does suck a little bit that we scored 10 runs and we had to use Reed Garrett and we had to use Edwin Diaz.
Yes, that part
kind of
sucks.
sucks.
I don't hate using Edwin Diaz,
No,
though, in the 4-run game.
when it happened,
Yeah.
for sure. You're facing the top of the order. I don't give a fuck. And he was electric in the inning. The crowd was teaming, ready for
stops.
trumpets, which was totally okay. It all worked out in the end, of course. But
Yes.
just getting there. No, again, it's not about Mendoza. It's about Danny Young.
Yeah, of course. He's got to throw strikes.
Alex Young, Danny Young.
Danny Young.
I always get the Young too. Also, we were sitting like right up deep on the first base side by the foul pole, so you can't see the board.
No, can't see
see
it at
the
all.
sequence, can't see the picture. It's
James is
gonna
not
get
a
little
numbers
lost.
guy. He's not a jersey number guy.
I'm not a jersey number guy. I think I know 5 guys' numbers in the whole fucking team.
Jose Iglesias.
11.
Yes, we did
Okay.
that one. All right.
Nailed that one.
Francisco Lindor.
12.
Pete Alonso.
20.
Yes. Okay. Brandon Nimmo.
9.
7, I think, right?
You don't
Ooh.
even know.
I don't even know. 9, you're right. You're right.
It's 9.
It's
Fuck
9.
off.
It's
fucking
9.
9. Fucking asshole.
How about, who else do I want to ask you?
Give me a-
Alvarez.
4.
There you go.
Okay.
Good job. He's got 5.
I got numbers.
He's
I got 5
He
numbers.
knows
I got the
numbers.
best players in the Mets team numbers.
All right. You know what else I want to talk about?
What?
I
Quick.
said
I
I
think we have
want.
two- we have two
we got
stops
2
left.
stops left. And also, whenever
stop.
we get merch, Pat's getting a free shirt automatically.
100%.
Automatically
Pat's
gets a
getting
free shirt for holding the camera.
Yeah, we're
True
gonna have merch
warrior.
soon, actually. We're gonna
True
do wild
warrior.
Pat's merch.
I said I wanted Taiwan Walker's blood.
Yes.
I said I wanted
And
it.
we drew fucking
and
blood.
we drew fucking blood. We absolutely beat the piss out of him. He looked terrible. Could be his last ever start for the Phillies, maybe.
Yeah, and probably, hopefully. I mean, actually, no. He's one more year in that
I know,
contract.
but they might just-
At $20 million.
Might just
I don't
get rid of
fucking
him.
know. Also, really, really fucking cool that every time the Phillies scored, we scored in the bottom of that inning.
answered right
We
back.
didn't let the Phillies put a run on the board without us putting a run on the board afterwards. The team is fighting. His team is hot. First time in franchise history. We scored 10 runs in 3 straight games. We're just sick as fuck, and we were at 2 of them.
The vibes were really good at the stadium too tonight. I
Really
know we
good.
got a lot of shit on Monday. We said it ourselves. Nobody there.
Yeah.
Tuesday, better. Wednesday, better. Today, fantastic.
Also, shout out Latin Heritage Night. They had the Birria Landia truck out front.
Ooh, yes.
They had the music. The DJ Marisol was announcing players' names in Spanish. Really cool event. Nice thing.
I had a friend. Shout out Chris.
We got one stop.
We got 1 stop left. He got to the stadium early before the rest of his friends got there, and he's like, everything's in Spanish. I don't know what's going on. What's happening? He's like, dude, look around. There's signs for Spanish Heritage Night
It
every
killed
night.
me when she announced Harrison Bader's name in Spanish.
And Ryan Stanek. Yeah. It was like,
You guys were not Spanish.
El Lanzador, 55, Ryan Stanek.
But I think we're good. I think pull up the Queensboro Plaza.
Is this? No, we got
Oh, yeah,
one more.
one more.
We have to
One
make
more
it
stop.
to
We gotta do
Queensboro
next
Plaza.
stop.
All right.
Anything
Well, I
else
know
we
what we
got
could do. we can go ahead and give me a prediction tomorrow.
Prediction tomorrow?
Not a game prediction. Give me who's going to have the biggest game for the Mets tomorrow.
Biggest game, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
I think Pete Alonso he's locked in right now. I'm nervous. I think Nimmo's the guy who's also the hottest on the team, along with Luis Angel. But actually, I might flip and do Luis Angel again.
Whoa.
I think Luis Angel's a great match with Christopher Sanchez because we've seen early that he's a big-time low ball hitter, and he's a fucking swinger.
Nice.
Christopher Sanchez loves the strike zone. He'll sit in the strike zone all day. He's going to throw low pitches, changeups, and sinkers. I like Luis Angel Acuna to get another two hits tomorrow.
Give me Mark Vientos. He's been hot during this homestand. We saw his stats on the board. Way higher OPS at home than on the road this year. I think it's like 950, might have even gone up after tonight. He's been swinging the bat really well.
These are two good pitchers. He guys traded 7 scoreless last Sunday, so runs I think are going to be a little tougher to come by than against fucking Taiwan Walker.
Of course, we are going to wrap it up here because I actually need to end this before Queensboro so I can get off the train.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out, Pat. Shout out everybody who's here. We appreciate all you guys.
So much for coming on
Live
coming
episode.
on with
Hopefully, you
us.
guys like it. Let us know in the comment section.
We'll see how it works out.
Follow us on our social media. Mets'd Up. Subscribe to the Mets'd Up podcast YouTube channel. Follow James on Twitter at
James_Shiano.
Giraffe Mark, and download the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Thank you guys for listening and watching. We will catch you after the series.
Yeah,
Let's go Mets.
You
Let's
guys
go
Monday.
Mets.
Come on.